All right, welcome into the Kenny Thomas Show on this Monday afternoon. Our conversation with the coach of the USC Aiken Pacers, Kenny Thomas, presented by our friends at Everett Johnson Roofing and Construction. Here with the coach of the Pacers. And Coach, tough weekend.
Yeah, it was. We talk at the first of the year about there's always going to be bumps in the road, and well, this was a pretty good speed bump. We didn't play very well. Basically gave the game away Friday night. I told somebody after the game, Miss Judy, when I got home, I said, in 29 years, I think that was the biggest gift I've ever seen. I mean, we just literally gave them 6 runs. And for some reason, first time this year, we couldn't field the ball. And when we did field it, we couldn't throw it. And everything just was out of sync, out of whack, and we just didn't play well. And then Saturday we go back over there, and heck, they swung it good and banged the ball around. We couldn't get them out. We couldn't pitch very well, and we hit it too. But obviously they scored a lot of runs, and we had the one huge bad inning in the 5th inning where we gave up 6 runs and threw a couple of balls haywire and just let the game get out of hand on Saturday. And then yesterday on Sunday, I mean, that was tough ball game. We started the game out with a poor base running decision. Base hit on the first pitch of the game down the line, and we tried to take 2 and get thrown out. And we ended the game with a poor base running decision when we hit a line drive, and somehow the second baseman caught it, and our guy on second had taken off the third, thinking it was going through, which is you can't do when you're down in the 9th inning, obviously. So they doubled us up. So, it is what it is. It's a bump in the road. We're still in great shape. We're still 30-9. We still have our destiny in front of us. But it was a tough weekend for sure.
Let's talk about in realistic terms as well as sort of in psychological terms. Let's talk about it in realistic terms. How bad does a sweep by Augusta University hurt this Pacer team going forward from the rest of April into May?
Well, it hurts us as far as winning the regular season championship, that's for sure. Now, they've got 9 conference games left, as does Columbus State. We only have 3 left. So, the only difference is we don't control that anymore. If we had won this weekend, we'd have controlled everything. Now, I mean, they play Columbus and Augusta play each other this weekend. So somebody's going to lose at least 2. Somebody may lose 3. But it does hurt us in winning the regular season championship.
Psychologically speaking, how demoralizing is it to go to Augusta, play a team where there's so much energy when these two teams play? We talked last week, there's no love lost between Augusta University and USC Aiken. How demoralizing is it for this young team to know they went to Augusta and they lost 3?
Well, obviously it doesn't make you feel good. It's like I told them last night. You've got mad feelings, hurt feelings. You're mad at something. You're either mad at yourself, you're mad at the world, you're mad at Augusta. You're mad at something, but you got to take that and turn it into some good energy. What are you going to do about it? That's exactly the way I looked them in the eye. What are you going to do about it? You're just going to be mad? You're going to be mad because you went 0 for 4 today? You're going to be mad because they showed you up a little bit? Look, records speak for themselves. I mean, their season was built to play us this weekend, and they played very well. There's no doubt about it. They played very well. You can go back and look what's happened the last 15, 16 times we've played them. And so their season was built for this weekend, okay? They did very well. They really played well. We didn't play very well. We ran into a hornet's nest, and we didn't fight them off very well. And so, you move on, and I think our guys will. We'll move on.
Fundamentally, is this as solid a USC Aiken team as it was last week?
It is. Look, as a coach, I've seen some problems. I go back to our first show. I think I told you what Tony La Russa said at the Hall of Fame induction, his speech. As a coach, there's never a perfect game. It don't matter how bad you beat somebody. As a coach, you see things that you better get better at. Well, I've seen those even all the way through our 30 wins, I've seen bad things that we do, and we've got to correct those things. So morale-wise, I think we're fine. I mean, I honestly think our guys are going to be so more focused. We've been fighters all year. That's what we are as fighters. I mean, we fight to the very end. That's what we do. So I expect us to come out fighting Wednesday night against Newberry.
When we take a pause, we'll come back and we'll talk about those Giants on your horizon. We'll do that when the Kenny Thomas Show continues on KSX.
Aiken's a great place to call home, and Everett Johnson Roofing Construction has been part of this community for almost 30 years. This is Teddy Weeks, and when I needed work done on my home, I called people I know, people I trust, people I can rest assured will be dependable and honest. Everett Johnson Roofing Construction. Rhett Johnson grew up in Aiken, graduated from USC Aiken, and is continuing a family tradition of hard work and customer satisfaction. Why trust your home to anyone but a neighbor? Aiken's own Everett Johnson Roofing and Construction. Call 803-641-2365 or visit their website at everettjohnsonroofing.com.
Back on the Kenny Thomas Show, the heartbreaker in Augusta is over. It's behind you now, Coach. And just looking through the rest of this week, you got some Giants appearing on your horizon.
I'd say we do. I mean, something else I told the players last night, you look at the remaining regular season schedule before the conference tournament. We're in the conference tournament. Okay, I mean, we don't have 3 conference games left, and we want to try to win every game we play. We're in the conference tournament, so we know we're there in Francis Marion, second weekend of May. All right, so where are we at, boys? Where are we at? We have a chance to still be the top-ranked team. We still have that opportunity. One of the positives, and when you said it about what's on the horizon, the big guns coming, yeah, they're coming. But you know what? That's a positive. Because if we take care of the big guns, that means we're just getting a little bit better ranking. That's what I told the guys last night.
Newberry played you a tough game last week at Newberry. They come here on Wednesday night.
Tough ball game it's going to be. Very tough game. We're going to have to play lights out. And then when we get through with that, we got Florida Southern coming in here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You got a national caliber team coming to Aiken in 4 days.
Top five team. So those are positives because we have opportunities to really move forward. But we got to play. You got to play. We can't play like we did last weekend, that's for sure. Our guys know that. They're smart young men. They know what happened. Like I said, we went into a hornet's nest. Augusta's season was built around this. They were as fired up as any. I think you saw that Saturday. They're as fired up as any team I've ever played against, bar none. I mean, heck, they're staring me down. They're staring our dugout down when we hit a deep fly ball to center field. So they were fired up.
They were playing the psychological game.
They were fired up, and we didn't handle it very well. It's over. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make any difference. Let's go take care of our next games. Let's take care of us, not them. Us.
You've got a lot of home games coming up this week. How important is that 11th man sitting up there?
Ooh, we need them. We need them. Boy, we need them. Now, when I hear excuses in February about it being too cold, the weather's not good, I didn't know y'all were already playing, I don't need to hear any more of those excuses, Aiken. Let's go. Get out here Wednesday night, 6:30. Big night, Chancellor's Donor night here, so there'll be a big crowd. Friday night, Kroger night, big night against Florida Southern. And Sunday, Cedar Creek Church Day. We always know how many people that draws. So let's get in here, Aiken. Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday afternoon at 4 and Sunday afternoon at 1. Let's pack this place. These 4 games are huge for Pacer baseball.
No question about it. Teddy Weeks and I are looking forward to being back here on Wednesday night. Coach, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony.
Kenny Thomas Show presented by our friends at Everett Johnson Roofing and Construction. Your best friends in the construction business for more than 3 decades.